Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Link, and today's video is going to be about the things that I think Destiny needs. Keep in mind that the things I will be mentioning today are all going to be things in-game. With that in mind, let's get right into it. The first thing I think Destiny needs are a few changes to the way the Crucible is run. First off, I would like to see much more frequent weapon balancing updates. I love playing the Crucible for fun and having a great time with my friends, but I personally feel that the Crucible is devolving much more than it is evolving. Less and less weapons are being used. For the most part, all I see is last words and Mida multi-tools. Yes, other players use the weapons occasionally, but the majority of the competitive community is using these two weapons. Along with more frequent weapon balances, the second thing I would like to see is less weapons nerfed with each weapon balance update. This is what I believe to be causing the de-evolution of Destiny's PvP. When one weapon or one type of weapon is slightly more competitive, it gets nerfed. Yes, I agree that weapons that are completely overpowered should receive a nerf, aka the Thorn, but when a weapon is slightly more competitive, the response, I believe, should be to bring up the other weapons to its level instead of nerfing said weapons. A good example of this would be the pulse rifle nerf. I don't think that the pulse rifles really needed a nerf. I just think that some of the other weapons in the game really needed a buff. For example, hand cannons, even though they got a slight buff to the accuracy, are still pretty weak. I made a video about this I can put in the description. Anyways, moving on. With the upcoming changes to matchmaking, we'll see if the new connection-based matchmaking will prove to be a good thing. While I think this is a step in the right direction, I would personally like to see a whole new directory of Crucible game modes that are all ranked gameplay. This means one Crucible directory of connection-based matchmaking, which will hopefully be implemented soon in all the Crucible modes, and another Crucible directory of ranked gameplay or skill-based matchmaking, so competitive players can go and be competitive, and players looking to hang out and have a good time can do so as well. Now that I've mentioned this, in order to make this work, the ranked matches will need to be dedicated servers, while the non-ranked matches can simply stay connection-based or hosted matches. Next, to the PvE side of things, well, Destiny simply needs more things to do for PvE players. I mean, for God's sake, Bungie, we love your game, so please give us a reason to keep playing it. Yes, free content in the form of events is good, but we also want to see paid expansions. The one or the other approach that Bungie is currently taking is simply not working. If the only extra content that I get for the next 11 months is in the form of 1-week events that only provide useless cosmetic gear and even more quests to get more useless cosmetic gear, I may just stop playing Destiny. I already play on a way less frequent basis than I did before. With games like Black Ops, Battlefront, The Division coming out, I'm going to be seeing Destiny a lot less. Alright, here's a start in the right direction for you, Bungie. And personally, I think it will cost half of what making a new expansion will cost. Update the old content to Year 2 difficulty. The Vault of Glass is one of the funnest things in the game, period. But I have almost no reason to play it. Hell, I would even pay $20 to play both raids, so that's Vault of Glass, Crota's End, and Prison of Elders at Year 2 difficulty with Year 2 rewards. I swear I would. I would pay $20 for that. The old content, even though it honestly may not be up to par with Year 2 content, I think that the old content in the form of the raids is some of the best things that has ever happened to Destiny. And yes, that would mean fixing some of the bugs. As far as I know, all the bugs from the Vault of Glass have been fixed. But yeah, that would mean fixing all of the just horrendous bugs from Crota's End. But it would still, in my opinion, cost less than it would to make a new raid or a new expansion. And it would keep players like me and a lot of the new Year 2 players who have not even played those raids because they have no reason to, it would keep them playing the game because they have something new to do that's actually worthwhile. Alright, moving on from that, the last thing I would like to see is, you guessed it, custom games. Honestly, for me, it's hard to believe that this hasn't even been acknowledged. Bungie has not said a word about how the community, especially the competitive community, which I might add is not me, I'm not a competitive player, is crying out for custom games. I want to play a primary only game, or a no super game, or no heavy. The list just goes on. I mean, I've seen videos on YouTube about, hide and seek, or just people making their own fun. Listen, if nothing else I said in this video is added to Destiny except custom games, I would still play Destiny. I would come and play Destiny a few times a week just for custom games. And I'm sure that I'm not alone in this opinion. This would be so fun. This would be a reason to come to Destiny. Just this alone would be a really strong reason to come and play Destiny for me. Me and my friends could have so much fun with this, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that thinks this. I mean, I know, Bungie, I know you've heard people talk about this. Look, I'm not demanding custom games to be added in tomorrow, but please, at least acknowledge that you've heard us. Say, yes, Link, we hear you. You want custom games. We don't want to hear anything else. We just want to know that you know what we want. And it's as simple as that. I don't even demand that you put it in the game. We would just want to know that you hear us. Anyways, this has been the topic of discussion for today. If you have something to say about it, please say it in the comments. My name is Link, and thank you for watching.